lovelies. Now it's time for a vampire look. Let's first put our hair back. I'm using my skull headband to just move my hair out of my way. Then I'm going to moisturize my undead skin. Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean that I don't need a little moisturizer. So I'm using the Provise Skin Type from my BoxyCharm for the month of September. So I'm just moisturizing my skin. Now I'm going to use some Halloween white paint and my BB cream from Physicians Formula to create a pale skin look. So I'm putting them on my hand, on the back of my hand, and then I will mix them together. And use my fingers to dab it all over my face. Then take a beauty blender and blend that into my skin so I can have pale, undead skin. Now let's bring that undead color down to my neck so that it evens everything out. Next I'm going to take this NYC Concealer and I'm going to conceal any areas that I need concealing, because just because I'm undead, I still have a little bit of dark spots. I don't get in the sun much. Now taking my beauty blender in the pointed part, actually no, let's take my finger because I think my fingers work a little bit better. I'm just going to dab this into my skin or press it into my skin so I have nice coverage and my skin looks more dead. Alright, now I'm going to use the Equate Baby Powder and messily put it on my face, but I'm going to use this to set all of my undead color on my face. Now you mortals call it a coffee break, I call it a blood break, so time for a blood break. Now I'm taking my Kat Von D Shade Light palette and I'm going to take this cool tone shade so that I can start carving out some hollowed out cheekbones to make me look a little bit more undead. Now taking my Kat Von D Chrysalis Palette, I'm going to take this gray shade and kind of go over that bronzer so it's not too warm, because honestly I don't go in the sun, so I don't need any warm tones on my skin. Then I'm going to take that bronzer shade again. It's a cool tone, so it's nice. And I'm going to kind of carve out my jawline so that I have more of a defined jawline. And then I'm going to take it up to my temples and define that a little more as well. Now I'm going to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm using the NYX Tame and Frame pomade in the shade Black. It is black like my soul. So I'm going to start filling in my brows right now with an angled brush. So now it's time to create some undead looking eyes. So I'm taking my Charlotte palette and I'm taking the shade Power Player, and I'm actually using a brush that I use to contour my skin or contour my face, and I'm just going to run this all over and then underneath my eyes so that I have that more deathly look. Now I'm taking my Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette, and I'm going to take this cool tone shade in the middle right there, and I'm going to use it as a transition shade and also make my eyes look a little bit more sunken in. Now I'm going to be taking this cool tone brown shade, and I'm going to use a crease brush or blending brush and tap off the excess, and I'm going to work it into my outer corner. Now I'm going to take this black shade and I'm going to add a little bit more in my outer corner to darken it a little bit more and make my eyes look a little bit more creepy. Don't forget to blend everything out. Now I'm going to be taking that transition shade again, and I'm going to just make sure everything is blended through, going around the edges and into the crease so that everything is nice and smooth. Now taking this bone white shade, I'm going to put this on the inner portion of my lid to about the middle, making it blend a little bit better with the darker shades on my outer corner. Then I'm going to take this little bit warmer brown shade and I'm going to pop that right in the middle portion just to kind of put a transition between the white and the darker shades and just blend it very lightly. Now to add a little bit more deeper eyes, I'm going to be putting some eyeliner, some black eyeliner, onto my top lash line very lightly, and I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencil in Perversion, and then I'm going to line my waterline so that I have a little bit more of a closed off eye look. I didn't want it too open because I want my eyes to look a little bit more creepy. Now it's time to use some mascara, and I'm using the Nars Audacious mascara, and I like it because it has some spikes on it. It's a little bit dangerous, so I'm putting this on my lashes just to add a little bit more volume to my lashes and make the look complete in the eyes. Now I'm going to be putting a blood red color, and I'm using the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks in the shade Nosferatu. It's a perfect shade for us vampires because it's got that beautiful blood red color. And I'm lightly putting it on my lips so that I can spread it around my lips and have that flush of color, because I'm going to be adding more accents to my lips to make it look like I have bit somebody, or did I bite somebody? Now it's time for my fangs. These fangs are $2.98 at Walmart, and I went at night, of course, and picked these up because I couldn't grow any of my own, so I have to put some in, unfortunately. Got one in. Now it's time to add the blood, and this blood is from Spirit Halloween, and I'm just adding some on the tip of my fang, stamping my lower lip, and adding some blood drips and some color like I have bit somebody. And here's the completed look. I hope you enjoyed my Freaky Friday. Stay tuned for next Friday and another Halloween look. I hope you lovely ladies have a good day or night.